Hi, it's Jocelyn Jovan back with Hip Hop and Enterprise. And today I have the pleasure of speaking with luxury real estate attorney, owner of one of the oldest Black woman-owned real estate law firms in Atlanta, and one of the stars on OWN's newest reality series, Ladies Who List Atlanta, Miss Cristyl Kimbrough. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
I meant to say one of the standout stars on Ladies Who List Atlanta. Because
I'll take that.
Yes, take it. It's very much deserved. I'm actually really excited to speak with you. Somebody had put me onto the show because I was like telling them like, oh, I like selling Tampa. You know, I'm into the whole real estate thing. And somebody's like, oh, you should check out Ladies Who List. And I was already seeing things about it on Twitter. I checked it out and I was just like hooked. I wish there was more episodes. By the time I finished, already had binging it. The reunion aired. It's such a good show.
Okay. So you're all caught up to speed. Good.
Caught up to speed. But one of the things that stood out to me about you on the show, the pride that you take in your family name. What is it? Kimbrough pride?
Kimbrough. It's just, you know, the name the name in and of itself to me always, even though I know it's not our original name, it just sounds Black.
Yeah. I love it. And so you talked about your family legacy with your grandmother winning a civil rights lawsuit. And then your father, I also believe he's an entrepreneur, and your mom. Just tell us about your family history and how it led you into a career in real estate.
It's so funny because I didn't realize how much my family really played a part in who I am until I started filming the show. Like, of course, we know that heritage and culture and traditions are important for establishing who you are and your morals and your values, but I thought that the way I was normal. I thought my determination in business was common. And so it wasn't until the show aired and I saw other people's perceptions of my actions, you know, and I'm speaking more specifically about a business owner asking for business. In my world, that's normal. And that's what a business owner should do if the opportunity presents itself. But on the show, I realized that that's not everybody's normal. And I think being as though my grandmother, who, you know, sued the US government for discrimination and won, lived overseas in Japan. And this is my grandmother. I mean, she's now passed, but she would have been, you know, in her early 90s, what had she still been living. So she did it at a time that it wasn't common and it wasn't normal. And that, like I said on the show, that DNA is in me. My father having the wherewithal to even research Apple and to invest heavily before Apple blew up is in me. My mother is literally the smartest person I know, and I know a lot of people, and she is the smartest person I know. And quite frankly, it's probably because she literally reads a book a week. I don't know how she has time for that. But all of these factors that are around me, and the factors are family members, contributed to my self-worth, my confidence, me being able to speak directly. And it just groomed me to do everything that I'm doing now. And I took that for granted until now.
Don't. It was so inspiring and so motivating, and we needed that. And, you know, from a viewer's perspective, you get it from all the ladies, which is why it's such an amazing show. You're seeing these Black women, all confident, all crushing it in real estate, you know, but with you sharing your family legacy, you were the only one who had that. And I didn't think it was anything that you needed to hide or dumb down to make someone else not be intimidated, which why should you be intimidated? Be inspired. You know, we all know where we're coming from. Go ahead.
It's funny, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt the conversation, but, you know, I think just in general, as Black women, we're used to playing it safe and being too humble. And I'm guilty of it as well. But this experience has taught me to no, I'm not going to apologize for my blessings. I'm not going to apologize for how dope I am. I'm not going to apologize for things that I have earned. And you shouldn't either.
No. So take us back to you deciding that you wanted to work in real estate, and you know, how did your family push you in that direction? Did you make that decision yourself?
So I would say, and my mother's going to hate that I'm saying this, but I was groomed to be an attorney. I did a law and advocacy program at Stanford while I was still in high school. And but I'm a proud HBCU double graduate, Albany State University in Southern Law. But you know, that exposed me to the legal world, and I quickly realized the challenge that it would take to actually become an attorney and become a part of that 1% of the community of Black attorneys. And because of that challenge, I had to have it. I wanted it. It didn't come easy. I actually was at an early age diagnosed with a learning disability. So it always required me to work harder and longer just to be at the same level as everyone else. And so that challenge in and of itself spoke to me. And it was just like a little pesky gnat that was just swarming around, and I had no choice but to get it.
And so you are among, you know, one of the oldest, like I said, Black women-owned real estate law firms in Atlanta. So how long have you been running Kimbrough Law? What was it, you know, some of the early challenges and hurdles you had to overcome?
So it's been 9 years now. So I will keep you in mind for our 10-year anniversary next year, because also known for throwing great experiences. But there were a lot of challenges. 9 years ago, I couldn't afford an office, and office space in Atlanta, Georgia is expensive. So I had to be resourceful. Ultimately, I worked from my little Howell Mill apartment, my little 1-bedroom apartment. And I kind of commandeered an office at the State Bar of Georgia, which is not meant to be commandeered. It's supposed to be temporary, but I like snatched it up and kind of took advantage of it. And I did that until I could afford an office. Then I shared an office with a family law attorney. And, you know, if you're resourceful and you utilize tools around you and people around you, you know, you can use that as leverage to eventually grow. And then you grow more.
That's amazing. And so you've been running your own law firm for 9 years. That's just, wait, first of all, can we just take a second? Because that's just amazing. And so you know, you have a team of employees, and we got to even see you just working with some of your different clients. But, you know, you have experience with also, you know, choosing who will stay on your team and who goes. What advice would you give to fellow business owners when it comes to hiring and firing employees?
I would say once you scale your business to the point that you need to start hiring staff, learn how to hire and fire as quickly as possible, and whatever that looks like, depending on the industry. So for me, in the interview process, I never ask leading questions, because of course they're going to say things to bring and, you know, paint themselves in the best light. You want to ask open-ended questions to allow them to divulge more information. And maybe that's the attorney in me too, but you want to allow them to divulge as much information as possible for you to kind of like pick apart and decide if that works for your dynamic of your business. Also, this may be a little unconventional. There may be people that don't agree with me, but if a person has been a part of a team in high school, in college, or what have you, I'm more likely to bring you in for an interview. Because when you're forced to learn at a young age how to work within a team, you just develop certain skill sets that can't be taught as an adult.
Wow.
So
yeah, those are actually really good tidbits, and even just perspectives. Now on the show, you know, I mentioned it, we got to see you on, you know, in like a construction site with one of your clients that they are actually building a micro community in Atlanta, which is amazing. And you're also, you're an investor in general with one of the first Black developed micro communities in the US. Like, tell us about your work in this space and the what it means to you as a Black woman to do, you know, be able to take part in that.
So on the show, we actually only filmed with the Boys, who are one set of developers that are a family team. And the husband is originally from Nigeria. And he was very hesitant because they're, you know, conservative and they don't want to really be put on the spotlight. But he said that everyone from back home called him and was proud of the show and how they highlighted the Boy name. And that literally made me cry.
Yeah, you really like you gave them the introduction they deserved. It even just speaks to the respect that you have for the Black community and people, Black leaders and businesses. It was all just visible. It was all visible.
I'm so fortunate for that. And I even got a personal invitation to Nigeria to be formally thanked. And I'm like, I don't even need an excuse to go to Nigeria. I'm there.
Right.
Because I've only been to Kenya. I've only been to Kenya, have not been to Nigeria. So I don't need an excuse.
Go ahead, girl. Trace those roots.
Okay. But South Park Cottages is actually the tiny home community that is also developed by two Black developers, Rashad Jennings and Booker Washington. And I have the pleasure of being the preferred closing firm for that development as well. So Atlanta, they're keeping me busy. They're keeping me busy.
It was such a good balance of business and the stuff we like. You know, you want to see the little drama, you want to see that, but I mean, I do. I'm not gonna lie. Girl, I live for drama as long as it's on TV. I do. So now tell me, what made you decide to join Ladies Who List?
Well, I mean, let's just be honest. It was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
If you're a business owner and you have the opportunity to put your business on a national platform, why wouldn't you? And so Kimbrough Law, we were really just in Atlanta Metro, but now we're expanding to the Southeast region because the people have spoken and they need us in Alabama, they need us in Florida, they need us in the Carolinas. Yes. So I'm coming.
Yes, because now, first of all, I'm like a late bloomer on all the amazing reality show content on OWN. I'm a reality TV fanatic. And yeah, so I started watching Ladies Who List. I started watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I see the correlations because it's all like in real estate, but yes, you should definitely be, because and we're seeing more and more Black developers and Black real estate professionals and firms coming together to create, whether it be a micro community or just investing in property. That's all your terrain. And see, watching you and I'm sorry, I forget her name, but you know, you and the other attorney, it just kind of even gave me a better understanding of all the roles that come together in closing a deal.
I am so happy to be coming out of the closet because people don't even know that closing attorneys exist.
Yes.
So I'm over here like, hey, we're here.
Yes. Yes. And for you to explain that it's like, you know, you can't close a deal without an attorney. It's like, oh yeah, duh. And then you're getting all that work. So were you expecting all of the drama that we got to see on the show? Were you expecting all that to go down?
So believe it or not, no. I know that most viewers are probably like, it's reality television, surely. But that wasn't the original concept at all. And, you know, me and some of the ladies do have history. And for me in particular, in my personal life, if I don't feel like I can get a result out of someone, like a positive, productive result, I'm not going to address it because it's not worth my time. So you have this year after year, like underlying something, you know, and the show just kind of started to dig into it. And that's essentially, you know, what happened. But if there is a season 2, maybe we'll get some more of the business, because that, I'm telling you, these nuggets, they can help somebody.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, they pay attention to the feedback from fans, and there needs to be a season 2. We were locked in. I mean, the fact that you guys got a reunion for season 1, it says a lot. So
that's what they say.
Mm-hmm. Now, coming out of it, you just filmed the reunion. Do you feel that you have friends within the cast?
Next question, please.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I don't care about any of these questions. I mean, here's the thing. Friend is a heavy word. I think me and some of the cast have the ability to be cordial. And then I think 1 or 2 maybe don't have the ability to be cordial.
Right.
But friend is a heavy word right now. Friend, I'm not willing to commit to the word friend.
Right. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
So coming into, the debut season, you brought that Kimbrough. That was from the first scene. That's what I saw, Kimbrough. And so now we're going to claim it season 2. And if there is a season 2, what mindset are you going into filming with?
Listen, businesswoman times 10, honestly. And if you want to pick up the drama, you're going to get the professional drama. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get the personal drama. Just because it's not healthy and it's not productive and it's toxic and it's, I didn't sleep when the show aired. Like, it was terrible. It was a horrible experience. And I'm not going to put myself through that again, because no amount of money or exposure is worth that. And I'm not here for the fame. I'm here to grow Kimbrough Law. I also offer Coffee with Counsel, which teaches real estate agents contract law. I'm here to grow that. And everything else that doesn't serve that purpose, I'm not here for.
Here we go. Okay. And you're also, you're open with your mental health and the importance of therapy. From, coming out of filming, did it have an impact on your mental health at all?
Oh, certainly. I mean, could you imagine seeing yourself on camera in a way that is not you?
No.
And then everyone who doesn't know you judging, and then more importantly, the cast members who know better because they were actually there, not coming to your defense, besides Kiana. So certainly she was on speed dial. She was on my text messages. You need therapy. You have to do the work. Everyone at some point has gone through mental challenges, and unfortunately, it's up to you and only you to do something about it. You cannot walk around with these open wounds and expect the world to be sensitive to them.
Right.
No, if you have a broken arm, you need to heal it.
Yes.
Because if someone bumps into it, it's not their fault, it's yours.
I hear everything that you're saying. I definitely, as a viewer, felt extremely sympathetic towards you at times on the show. And I would hope that, because you did get to see a sense of, the values and morals that some of the ladies hold when they would do their confessionals. And I would hope that as they watch the show back, they got to see themselves too, like, hey, wait, are we all kind of ganging up on this one girl? And then, me also as a brown skinned girl, those kind of dynamics I pay attention to. And I'm really disappointed Kiana left the show, because you two were my favorite. And so, looking at it where it's like, hold up, the brown skin girl was attacked, and then it's kind of still like the brown skin girl, like, well, why did she say triggered? And it's like, I think people going into situations like that know what we come from. You got to be mindful of things like that, because it resonates. Like, how is it so easy for you to be sympathetic towards her who's getting physical and not her? I don't know.
And just in life in general, the toughest part about it is, even when you know that you're right, you will have wrongs. So let me just say that I was not right in every situation. So I'm not saying that But even when you know you're right, you have to be okay with not getting that acknowledgement from other people. And that's where knowing who you are and being grounded in who you are really pays off, because you know who you are, you know your morals and your integrity. And so you don't need acknowledgement from someone else to make you feel better.
That's right.
And you just have to live with it.
And so for some more advice, what are some tips we can use to not be triggered?
I mean, therapy for once. For one, because when you start to do the work, you start to recognize the patterns. Mm-hmm. And that's why the word just kind of resonated with me in that moment, because it's like, I see it. I see what's happening. I was in sessions for a year or two about this, and it's almost like an epiphany when you witness some of the things that are occurring. Same with, Tiffany, the other closing attorney, like sympathizing me about a miscarriage. I don't need you to trauma bond with me in order for you to like me. I don't want to trauma bond with you. You should have sympathy for someone just because they're a human being and they're, worthy of that, not because they have gone through trauma that you also share. So I think my takeaways would just really know who you are. Stay committed to what your goal is and don't get distracted, because there will be people around to try to distract you and try to take you out of your character, and you have to stay focused. It's not going to be easy, trust me, but you have to stay focused because your purpose is bigger always.
Mm-hmm. And so for my final question, what is next? What else can we expect from Cristyl Kimbrough?
I'm so excited about the what's next. It's a gift and a curse as an entrepreneur. You're constantly wanting to achieve more, and you're not sitting still in the moment and appreciating what you've done. But what's next, of course, is expanding Kimbrough Law to the Southeastern region. I am also opening up shared office spaces, and I'm creating in Georgia, different locations for entrepreneurs to come together and have a sexy office workplace to hash things out and to collaborate and to network. And we also have some really cool partnerships that I can't announce now that's coming up. So it's been a lot. I've been busy. I'm tired.
Well, you get some good sleep, very much deserved. I am here for all of your success. I'm here to see you return for season 2. We are going to need that balance and that energy that you bring. So I do hope you come back. I'm claiming it that you guys are going to have a season 2. And thank you for just sharing your light and Black girl excellence in this interview and on the show.
I truly appreciate it. It's like talking to a girlfriend. So thank you so much.
Yeah, because I just speak from the heart, girl. So everything I'm saying.
That's what you gotta do.
That's
all you gotta do from the heart, and pray they don't edit it the wrong way.
I know, I can tell that was happening, girl. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm looking forward to sharing this with our audience here at Black Enterprise.